Hello and welcome to this video. Now, today I am featuring Niboma's song Malcolm X that was released in 1995. So, Mwan'Dido is one of those extremely popular and successful artists to have come from the Democratic Republic of Congo. There is so much music associated with Mwan'Dido that sometimes I wonder if he had not graced the scene of rumba Congolese, then what story would we be telling? Because he has been around, he has done so much really in terms of music from the Democratic Republic of Congo. So it's the artist that I am featuring today, together with his song, like I said, Malcolm X. If you're watching this video for the first time, please remember to subscribe to my channel so that next time I post such videos, you will be notified. You'll be in a better position to know the new videos that I will be releasing. So straight to the production itself, and I always start by giving the profile of the artist so that you get to know what it is that they have done in terms of rumba music or Congolese music in general. So the artist is commonly called Mwan'Dido, but you'll still hear other names associated with him. For example, that people call him Kanta Nyboma. You'll get Kanta Nyboma Mwan'Dido. You'll hear Nyboma Mwan'Dido Loro Danos. So all those are names associated with the artist of the day. Now, Nyboma Mwan'Dido was born in 1952, so he's been around for quite some time, actually. 1952, and exactly he was born on the 24th of December 1952. Now, thank God that Nyboma Mwan'Dido is still alive, he's still around, and he's still doing music. So his formative years began with the band Babi National. So that's where he honed his skills. But of course, before that, he had actually been singing in church choirs. But in terms of getting professional, he began with the Babi National. Then he went to Negro Sixe. But I'll be telling you that in just a bit. So, date of birth, 24th of December 1952, in a place called Nyoki. Of course, Nyoki is a river, is a town next to a river, about 200 kilometers from Kinshasa, the capital city of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which was at the time of getting independence called Belgian Congo, and then that changed to the Republic of the Congo. Then it again changed its name to Zaire, and then Mobutu himself, during the period that he called Authentication, changed the name to the Democratic Republic of Congo. So that is where he was born, and like I said, he began singing in a church choir, and then of course he joined the school choir as well. his family moved to Kinshasa, and of course that's where he became associated with Babi National and then Negro 6. So there are those who say he began with the Babi National, then he went to Negro 6. The others who say that he went to Negro first, then he went to Babi National. But what is important is that he had acts with the two bands. And I would think that he first went to Babi National, then he went to Negro 6A. Now, he wasn't at Negro for long, especially after Bavo Marie Marie. And you know, Bavo Marie Marie was a younger brother of Franco Luambo Luanzo Makedi. So he left at the time when Bavo Marie Marie lost his life in 1970. So thereafter, he began working with Varkis Kiamongano Mateta with many of his bands. Actually, the stable of Varkis had so many formations. So Nyboma began working with Bella Bella. Of course, this is where he met with the Soki brothers. I think Kanda Bongoman, he must have met Diblo at some point, because that was the band that was. And then there was also Pepe Kali, I think, also in Bella Bella at that time. So when Bella Bella failed because of a difference between the Soki brothers and Varkis Kemangwana Mateta, Nyboma moved from Bella Bella to Orchestre Lipua Lipua, and then he moved from Orchestre Lipua Lipua to Le Kamale. So and all this, they were doing recordings under the stable of Varkis Kemangwana with his production studio called Edition VV. Okay, and so that's what we can just say, that he was, of course, began with the Soki brothers. That was around 1972. Then he went to a group, I should say, stable of artists that were literally owned by Varkis Kiamangwana, because Varkis had the wherewithal. He had the studio, recording studios. He had the instruments, which many of these artists did not have. And so that's why from very early on, Varkis controlled quite a lot in terms of the music that was produced in Congo. So when he left Bella Bella and participated in the formation of Orchestre Lipua Lipua, his first release was in 1973, and the song was Kamale. Now it has been joked in some quarters that a friend of Nyboma could not pronounce the word camarade, which was actually a French word, so he kept on saying Kamale, and that tickled Mwan'Dido, so he released a song to that effect. It was actually the song of the year in 1973, and so people came to discover Nyboma Mwan'Dido. In 75, he moved from he was now part of Orchestre Kamale, still under Edition VV, and then thereafter, he moved to West Africa, where he participated in a number of bands. But first of all, there was the Les Quatre Étoiles, the Four Stars, and before that, before the Four Stars, Nyboma and Dizima Njeku, together with Daliki Moko, again tried to bring another version of Le Kamale, but they called it African All Stars. But remember that African All Stars had been there with the Sam Mangwana. So Sam Mangwana left with a version of it, and then Dizzy Manjeku decided to have a version of his own of African All Stars. So that's where Nyboma again meets Dali Kimoko, with whom they've done so much in terms of production of songs. Now in 1981, he moved to Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, where he recorded his arguably the best hit of the time, Double Double, and of course he did this with a band that he had named Le Kamale Dynamique du Congo, du Zaire, okay, Le Kamale Dynamique du Zaire. In 82, he moved to Paris, where he's actually lived for quite a long time, except with the short spells in the US. He's generally been a resident of France, Paris. Now he also had acts with very many other artists. Mwan'Dido has sung with the Pepe Kale, he sang with the Kofi Olomide. He had quite long stints with the Soukous Stars, like I also said, Les Quatre Étoiles, the 4 Stars. He was a founder member. Then the group Kekele, which has been there doing music, rumba, mostly in acoustic versions, where they try to breathe life into old songs, and also doing completely new songs at the same time. So that's just about what we need to say about Nyboma, that he's still alive, he is still doing music, and that he has been around for quite some time. He has sung with so many people. I think his voice is one of the most sought after voices in terms of his unique voice. So the bands he's had stints with, like I told you, Bella Bella, Lipua Lipua, Le Kamale, at one time the African All Stars, Les Quatre Étoiles, where it was him, Bopol, Mansemina, Siram Benza, and Utamai Blaze that formed that band. And Nyboma has so many songs. He's done quite a number of songs. If you look at his discography, then you would actually see why he deserves to be featured in the pages that will finally record the history of the Congo, especially the Democratic Republic of Congo, with the music that has come from that beautiful country. So without much ado, I want us now to go straight to the song of the day. It's called Malcom X. Now you'll know that Malcolm X was one of those people who were fighting for freedom and independence. He held quite a movement. So Nyboma Mwan'Dido, in remembrance, really in respect of him, names this song after his name. Although when you'll hear the context, you will, of course, I'll leave it to you to judge whether really he has said anything about Malcolm X, or whether it was just a titling of music so that it could get the necessary attention that it deserved. He starts by saying, Libala yanga nayo esila papa. that my marriage with you is finished or ended. So the persona in the song is a woman who is, of course, complaining about her man, and in this case, it is Malcolm X. So she's telling him that, our marriage is over. Tina nini tobomana. So why are we killing one another? Why are we still hating on one another? Why do we still have these quarrels and fights? Our marriage ended. Okoma nayo kwiti kwiti papa. You became a drunkard. You forgot about family. All that was in your head is alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. That's why she says, okoma nayo kwiti kwiti. Obosana la vie. You've forgotten about life. So everything, you've become an alcohol addict. And so nothing else really matters to you. Family does not matter to you. Okomisa kingai esclave ya bolingo nayo. And you made me a slave of your love. Okoyako samba. But one day you'll have to explain it. One day you will have to account for all these things that you did. So Kosamba is to make your case or to argue out your case. So one day you will have to argue out your case. You'll have to state your case. Likambonini toina na boye ngai na yo tozali bana ya mboka moko ekolo moko. What is it that we are hating each other for? All of us come from the same country. In fact, we come from the same tribe. So why are we hating each other so much? Makila nangaya mabeya kala. So makila is blood. So from the past, I have been very unfortunate. Makila mabe. If you hear somebody saying makila mabe, it means that I have been unlucky. So makila nanga mabeya kala, that I have been unlucky right from the past. Nakei konyata nzube ya mabe. That because of my misfortunes, I have come to handle a thorn that is so bad, a deadly thorn, if you wish, or a very bad thorn, is what I have come to meet in my life. And of course, he's saying makela mabe, which means bad luck or hard luck. Lokola nasina benda nzoto nanga. The way I had really tried to pull myself out of relationships. I really tried not to engage in any relationship for that matter. Nazwi liberte nangangonda. I actually got my independence. I am now on my own. From the time I pulled out of that relationship, I got independence. I am now nazwi nanga liberte. I am now free. From that suffering and everything else. Atako banyoko la kamolimo ya moto. Even if people really, make people's spirits suffer. Molimo is actually a spirit. So the way even if people make other people's spirits and spirituality suffer, yours is too much. Atako esclavage yango esalaki papa. Even if that slavery was there, papa. Oya yo somo. Your slavery was terrible. Your slavery, somo is a grave. When you say somo in Lingala, it means grave. It is so bad that your slavery was just too much, was crazy. Listen to that. Likambo na ina na mokili odie. What I really hate in this world. Nzoto nanga sakana nango. People joking around with me, with my body. I really hate that. Baka matakombo nanga batia liboso, that all the time they've put my name ahead. Anything that happens, it is my name that pops out first. I really hate that. That we can kill one another, that we can have conflicts because people are putting my name in front of everything else. Soki nakomi lelo kolo baboye. And if you see me saying what I'm saying, the way I'm saying it, Forte Nayomoko, you are the one at fault. You are the one who is causing all these things. For you to get me saying the things I'm saying, that just know that the fault is yours. Topesa naka bikila moto na moto abomba ya ye. You know, we gave each other promises. We gave each other, taboos, or we agreed that all of us would keep our secrets. All of us would keep our rules. But you spoiled yours. Yeah, yo, baby sir, you broke the rules that we gave one another. Tala na sukoli maboko na sukoli motema. Look, I have cleaned my hands. I have actually even cleaned my heart. Nabangi makambo. I fear problems. I fear issues. Motema nanga pembe trovisere mingi. You know, my clean heart has really reflected, has really gone back in time. Bomba bilongi. You know, there are so many faces that are hiding in my heart. Huh? Libakuna zwana vinanga oyo somo. The lack that I really got in my heart is just terrifying. Mitema na mitema atako einani. Hearts and hearts, even if they hate each other. Suka na suka verite ekoebana. Even if hearts keep on hating one another, at the end of the day, truth will be known. Well, then we get into 7. Dali Kimoko is doing the solo guitar in this song. Wow. Papa bana omoni ndenge onyokolinga na bana na yo. The father to my children. Do you see how you made me suffer with your children? You reflect, and then you will know just how much you used to quarrel me and make me suffer. Yangompe na kimi libala, and that's why I actually ran away from that marriage. Onyokolanga mingi utamai. Utamai, you know, you really made me suffer. The way they really disturbed Malcom X. So now you know how Malcom X is the name of the song. That Utamai, you know, the way you really made me suffer is the way they made Malcolm X to suffer. Ndenge banyokola Papalumba, you know, the way you've made me suffer is the same way that they really made Papa Lumumba, Patrice Lumumba, to also suffer. Ndenge banyokola Simon Kimbangu, you know, you've made me suffer the way they really made Simon Kimbangu to suffer. The same way they really made Jesus Christ to suffer. The way you've made me to suffer. The way you've disturbed me is the same way they did to Jesus Christ. Papa. Mpona nini osala kanga boye, Papa? Why do you do this to me, Papa? The same way Ndenge Banyokola Steve Biko, the way they made Steve Biko to suffer, is what you've actually, is how you've made me to suffer. How am I supposed to really plead with you? How am I supposed to make my case to you? The way they made Kwame Nkrumah to suffer. I need to show you love. Then they say, Ndenge Banyokola Nelson Mandela. Qui vivra verra. He or she who lives shall see.